And moving on, we got our featured story is Binance, the gatekeepers, the keeper of the gates of Hex being at 200 permanently. So Binance alleged crypto audit failed. Not even an auditor would vouch for it. So this is very hypocritical, in the sense that CZ was calling out Coinbase for not having an audit. CZ was calling out many other exchanges for not having an audit, and he was kind of positioning himself as the man of integrity. He was saying that he was going to make a $1 billion fund to buy out struggling cryptocurrencies, sort of create that floor. And he was establishing himself as the number one exchange, as the most transparent exchange. And they're in trouble. There's like sort of they're in trouble. They're in trouble from two different angles. So one of them is the audit, and another is the allegations of fraud and money laundering. We're going to cover both of them here. So Binance alleged crypto audit failed. Not even its auditor would vouch for it. So I guess it's Mazars is the auditor. Mazars said it performed its work using agreed upon procedures requested by Binance, and that we have no representation regarding the appropriateness of the procedures. An agreed upon procedures engagement is not an audit, review, or other assurance engagement, says Mazars. So Mazars, I guess, is the auditing firm. But our report is solely for the purposes of offering Binance customers and prospective customers additional transparency and reassurance that their in-scope assets are collateralized, exist on the blockchain, and are under the control of Binance at the below mentioned reporting date for the purpose of this agreed upon procedure. So they're saying engagement, the term collateralized will be defined as where Binance in-scope assets are equal to or greater than the net liabilities of in-scope assets as per the customer's liability owed and receivable from customers. So let's get to over here. An agreed upon procedure engagement is not an audit, review, or other assurance engagement. An agreed upon procedures engagement does not involve obtaining evidence for the purpose of the practitioner expressing an opinion or an assurance conclusion in any form. So there you go. So the auditing company cannot stand by the, yeah. The auditing company cannot vouch for the audit. They're saying it's not the equivalent of an audit. And I hope you're following Mr. Whale on Twitter, at Whale Chart. He's got some good news. Covers Hex sometimes. I think he was blocked by Richard Hart. But regardless, I find a lot of his information meaningful. But CZ quoted, "Not sure. Not sure. Is this poorly researched FUD or just poorly researched?" I don't know. I mean, this does seem like a good source. This is the report for Binance by Masters. So, I mean, I don't know what he means by poorly researched, but so you have the audit. So the audit is very questionable for Binance, which is already bad. But then you have Duo9 Discord. So then you have the fact that prosecutors look to charge Binance and CZ for possible money laundering violation. So in their defense, this is not new. It's from 2018. But Reuters actually recently wrote an article about it, which is not as biased in his opinion. But I think it's coming to the point where the charges or possible charges, the decision of whether to charge Binance it's coming to that point where like they're going to decide as to how to go about it. But the charges in it of itself are from 2018. But this is from mishtalk.com. Binance's alleged crypto audit failed. Not even its auditors would vouch for it. So this is about the audit. So when we say proof of reserves, Binance's proof of reserve statement. So it said it was only proof of reserves for Bitcoin. So when we say proof of reserves, we are specifically referring to those assets that we hold in custody for users. This means we are showing evidence and proof that Binance has funds that cover all of our users' assets one-to-one. When a user deposits 1 Bitcoin, Binance reserves increase by at least 1 Bitcoin to ensure client funds are fully backed. So then it says the above proof of reserve claim is interesting. If you have assets one-to-one, then you should not need an emergency fund for extreme cases. So here we go. After the collapse of crypto exchange FTX, Binance is trying to calm investors, but its finances remain a mystery. Mazars says it performed its work using agreed-upon procedures requested by Binance, and that we make no representation regarding the appropriateness of the procedure. The report didn't show total assets or total liabilities. Rather, its scope was limited only to Bitcoin assets and Bitcoin liabilities. That's the key right there. So Binance said it would begin to releasing information about other crypto tokens in the coming weeks. So they only showed proof of reserves for Bitcoin, which is a little bit shady. They're saying it's going to come in the next couple of weeks. Will it come or will it not come? Who knows? I mean, Tether said they'll have an audit in the near future, like 8 years ago, and they still haven't had an audit. So not that it really carries much weight, but it's important for us to show users that the coffers are not bare like at FTX, said Binance chief strategist Patrick Hillman. In an interview, Binance's Mr. Hillman said Mazars' letter covered all the Bitcoin assets and Bitcoin liabilities for the company's Binance.com exchange, although the Mazars' letter itself didn't say this. Okay. First rule in truth telling. The first rule in telling the truth is don't lie. The second rule in truth telling is to not sound like you are hiding something. That is especially important when overall trust is in the gutter anyway. This was not an independent audit. Mazars did not describe it that way, and the company would not certify the methodology it used. Heck, neither Mazars nor Binance disclosed the precise methodology. Who was Hillman parroting in describing the procedure as an audit? Sadly, no one asked, but my bet is Hillman was parroting himself or someone else at Binance. Nor would Binance disclose its parent company due to a 1.5-year reorganization. So, quoting Nouriel Rabini, said that Binance is in hot water after moving 2.7 out of proof of reserves wallet. This is really unacceptable. If an exchange has to move large amounts of crypto before or after they demonstrate their wallet addresses, it is a clear sign of problems. Stay away, stay safe. So CZ says it's bad news when exchanges move large amount of crypto to prove their wallet address. CZ moves 127,000 Bitcoins. CZ said the auditor demands this, but Mazars, the alleged auditor, does not call it an audit. Mazars would make no representation regarding the appropriateness of the procedures. Mazars said the agreed upon procedures were requested by Binance, not by Mazars. There you go. So very, very shady is how I'd say. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see how this unfolds. And I could easily say get your coins off exchanges, not your keys, not your coins. Like, obviously. Point is that Binance is going around, CZ's going around like he's holier than thou, calling out Coinbase for not having an audit and not having proof of reserves, showing their back one-to-one. Meanwhile, the auditing company did not, would not sign off that it is an audit, right? Like they wouldn't even certify it as an audit. And at the same time, you have Binance only wanted to show one-to-one for their Bitcoin. They refused to show it for their other cryptocurrency, which is very shady in and of itself. And also, you have the fraud, the money laundering charges from regulators and things like that. Is Binance going to stick around? I mean, seems seemingly very hypocritical on CZ. The guy trying to basically make it as if he is the most credible exchange in the industry, the most honest and upfront. I mean, that sounds very weird when you don't want to show proof of one-to-one for any other cryptos except for Bitcoin. And, even within the Bitcoin, I think there was a $200 million gap. So they couldn't even prove one-to-one. And the audit was not legitimate. It wasn't a legitimate audit. It was a agreed upon, there were agreed upon procedures. So very interesting. I don't know. And then you had an article by CoinDesk saying Binance proof of reserves raises red flags. We could take a look at that also. Binance's efforts to improve transparency of its reserves also expose red flags in the crypto exchange's finances, according to accounting and financial specialists consulted by the Wall Street Journal. As noted by a former Financial Accounting Standards Board member and investment manager, the report released by the audit firm Mazars give investors confidence about the exchange's finances, as it lacks information related to the quality of internal controls and how Binance's systems liquidate assets to cover margin loans. Another red flag raised by the newspapers, excuse me, sources regards the lack of information about Binance's corporate structure. According to the report, Binance's chief strategy officer, Patrick Hillman, was unable to, bad grammar by Cointelegraph, unable to name Binance's parent company, as Binance has been going through a corporate reorganization for almost 2 years. Differences between the total Bitcoin liabilities were also highlighted. The exchange's proof of reserves showed that Binance was 97% collateralized, excluding assets lended to users through loans or margin accounts, indicating that the 1-to-1 ratio of reserves to customers' assets was not achieved. Mazars' letter states about the difference. We found that Binance was 97% collateralized without taking into account the out-of-scope assets pledged by customers as collateral for the in-scope assets lent through the margin and loan services offering, resulting in negative balances on the customer liabilities report. With the inclusion of in-scope assets lent to customers through margin and loans, which are over-collateralized by out-of-scope assets, we found that Binance was 101% collateralized. Okay. John Reed Stark, senior lecturing fellow at Duke University School of Law and former chief of Security Exchange Commission of Internet Enforcement, stated in a Twitter post, Binance's proof of reserves report doesn't address effectiveness of internal financial controls, doesn't express an opinion or assurance conclusion, and does not vouch for the numbers. I worked at SEC enforcement for 18 plus years. This is how I define a red flag. There you go. Very shady that they're like saying it's an audit when it's not really an audit. They're not proving one-to-one with anything but Bitcoin. They are possibly being charged for money laundering. Okay. Scope of the report included customers' spot options, margin, future funding, loan, and earn account for Bitcoin and wrap Bitcoin aside from them. There you go. So, what does this mean? Is Binance the next company to go under? I really don't like this. I really, really don't like this at all. um, I mean, there's just so much of a lack of transparency, and there's already such. I mean, it's Coinbase refuses an audit, Grayscale refuses an audit. Binance said they were doing an audit, and the auditing company is not signing off of it as an audit, and they're not disclosing their one-to-one for any assets other than Bitcoin, which is questionable if it's even back one-to-one, but whatever, that's like another thing. There's a lot of companies that, could potentially go under. And right now, it's looking like it's not looking too good for Binance, but I guess one of them going under. I mean, and then if one of them goes under, like they're all really tied together, so that could possibly lead to cascade. But at the same time, you got to think like maybe it's just all this FUD going around is just reflective of bad price performance in the broader crypto markets, because there was no concerns of being backed one-to-one and all those things when price was doing very, very well. So could be that. I hope Binance sticks around, provided they are doing what they say they are. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys think Binance is going to take us to that 11K and pray? Who knows? We got 38 watching. If you're enjoying the video, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell. Follow me on Twitter at Furu Finance. Follow me on TikTok at Furu Finance. And please sign up to the Furu Finance email newsletter in the description below, where I give you exclusive coverage and content regarding the crypto and stock markets. And in this upcoming newsletter, I'm going to be revealing my pick for the best performing meme coin in the next bull market. And it's not Pulse Doge or Pulse Bitcoin. Just saying. And I will not discuss it on this channel. So you have to sign up for the newsletter. You can always unsubscribe. Your information will not be shared. It's end-to-end encrypted. Yeah, please consider that. What are you guys saying in the chat? And also, yeah, check out my TikTok. So I think yesterday I was at 10. Oh, this is interesting. So, I forgot this, but this guy said, Andrew at AP Arc Public, follow him on Twitter, said, I know of at least 7 Binance executives that have left the firm in the past 60 days. 7 executives left. And we remember right before FTX had the fallout, I think a lot of executives stepped down because I guess they didn't want to be involved. They saw some bad things going on. So do you think the aforementioned Binance executives that exited the firm might have had discussions with the DOJ, Department of Justice? These exits are always important tea leaves. Interesting. What do you guys think? So there is some sort of parallel with Binance and FTX. Will there be some karma for CZ perhaps causing that cascade of FTX by reporting on his Twitter that they were going to start liquidating their FTT holdings, which led to the FTX bankruptcy? So I mean, will CZ have some karma, and will Binance, maybe there'll be some sort of cascade with the BNB token, and Binance will end up being insolvent. Who knows? I don't know. I hope Binance does not go under, provided that they are solvent and they are transparent as they present themselves. But we'll only know when it happens, if it happens. So that's just some interesting stuff. But what do you guys think? Oops. Sorry. That's some interesting stuff. But yeah, Binance goes down. That would be crazy. How's the BNB token doing? Let's look. I know they've been down. BNB. A little bit of a red candle over there. 277. The thing about BNB is that it doesn't go down like nearly, it has not underratedly not gone down nearly as much as even Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin's supposed to be that safe asset that goes down less during the bear market, but actually BNB percentage wise has had a smaller correction than Bitcoin or Ethereum. I think it's because BNB like buys back their token. So maybe it's a decent bear market play, but I don't think it is at this point because if, I mean, they like to say Binance Smart Chain is decentralized. That's questionable, but I do not see BNB token sticking around if Binance goes under. I just don't see it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think BNB token will stick around if Binance is insolvent? I don't think so. Be too bad. But yeah, it's like not down that much. It's down maybe like 60%, 663. It's down like 65, 64%. Does not go down as much as Bitcoin or Ethereum. But yeah. What do you guys think? Is Bitcoin the next? Is Binance Smart Chain? Is Binance BNB Binance Exchange the next leg down in the bear market, or is there no more leg down? We're getting closer to. I mean, we are at the time where the crypto markets should have bottomed based on the 4-year cycle, but who knows? Kind reminder to follow at Furu Finance on TikTok. I got, how many followers do I have? I got a bunch more. Yesterday I was at 10. We have 21 followers, and there's some shorts, like some content exclusive to TikTok. You will not find it on Furu Finance's YouTube shorts. And hey, may be very helpful, may change your life, but no expectations. But yeah, give Furu Finance a follow on TikTok. And if you're enjoying the video, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please sign up to the Furu Finance email letter.